and welcome to Andrew's Czech Academy. We are looking through the Thinking Tree Journal Mom's Homeschooling Handbook and Home Learning Guide. So this is a journal that I recently was able to purchase, and I'm super excited about this book. This one actually I chose, I guess, a little selfishly for myself, and that's okay. Us moms need to be included too. I was blown away by the beautiful things my kids were doing, so I wanted to have one of these as well. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek going through here. It's got some inspirational words here, and it is from Sarah Brown with dyslexiagames.com. Then it's got instructions here talking about a mummy workbook. And it's basically giving you permission to refine your own creativity and your own fun. And for a lot of us, we've forgotten in the struggle of being a grown-up how to look at the world through the eyes of a child. So here it suggests that you find 8 books that you would like to read or study. There are beautiful coloring pages all throughout. Here it's got a new day. There's verse, a song, or a prayer, whatever's speaking to you that day. What matters most? Then there's a prayer list. There's people that you want to remember to speak to God on their behalf. Reading time. So these here, I love how it has the hot cup of coffee or tea here. So sit down with a book, and this could be maybe a quote from the book or a funny scene that you wanted to jot down and let roll around in your head, or maybe you wanted to do a little sketch of something that happened in the story that day. This one here I think is pretty cool. Plans and perspective. My true priorities. Long-term goals. I am thankful for. And then a checklist. So the checklist for me will probably end up being like a to-do list, but it makes me feel really good to be productive, so that'll be really good. Attitude improvement time. How are you feeling today? It says color all the facial expressions that match your day. And I love that because you're not necessarily just this one all the time. So, how is your mood influencing the people around you today? Then it gives ideas to lift your mood up, and even a scripture to remind you about that. Now, when I did my teaching degree, we had a beautiful quote that reminded you that you, as the adult, are the one who sets the mood for your home or for your classroom. So that's a really good thought to ponder and to meditate on. Here's more coloring time, beautiful aerial view. Illustrated to-do list. Certainly mopping will sound a lot more fun if you draw yourself a little mop in a bucket. And here's menu planning. So it says open up an old-fashioned cookbook. This is always fun to kind of shake things up and find something new to make. You might have to go shopping for a few ingredients prior to cooking that. Here's a meal plan for the day. Now we're actually snakes, so we follow the snake diet. We don't eat necessarily this many times in a day. So for us, this would work for like a week's meal plans. Here's a recipe. Math time. So this is fun. Ideas for fun and learning together. So this is things that you can do with your children or even with your spouse. If you don't have either, you could also use this for you and your best friend, even your pet. So now reading time and coloring time. Listening time. Here it suggests that you listen to an audiobook or some music. And then here you can doodle or sketch whatever those things incite in your brain. Screen time. So if you're watching some TV or a movie, your review is seen from it and a rating. Over here is world news. So this is neat. Kind of gets your geography brain going again, just to mark the area. Perhaps you heard about, I don't know, a crazy storm or something. You could certainly mark where it occurred. And unfortunately, most of our news is bad news. So here's talking about people that you'd want to be sending your good wishes to. Daily journal. You'll notice it's not every day, so there isn't the pressure of that. Special memories, things that you want to remember. You could put pictures in there, draw, make little notes, and now we are going back over the same ideas. So this continues on throughout the book. As soon as I got it, I had to tear into this page here and color it. I don't know, this picture just spoke to me that day, and it was lots of fun to color. So it does go on with the same ideas repeated, but I noticed that this would actually be a fantastic fun schooling textbook for you to use as a home ec program. And certainly this would work really well for middle school or high school for a student that needs to learn how to meal plan, how to select a recipe and then work out the shopping list, as well as how long it's going to take, etc., etc. So there are some really neat things here, talking about prioritizing life in general and teaching them to not just learn to cook and clean, but to prioritize their own mental health as well and their own awareness of the world around them. So now that I've realized that angle, this book would be fantastic. I think that as we go into high school, I will probably be investing in one of these for each of my children as a life skills training textbook. And I know that they will certainly enjoy it. They'll have a lot of fun going through this. And it'll teach so much more than just cooking and cleaning and sewing. So now I'm really, really excited about this book, and I was excited about it before. So if you have some other ideas where this book would be really helpful, I'd love to hear it. So hit that subscribe button and leave your comments down below, and I'll be sure and reply to them. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.